As ages passed, the 12 Crusaders became the talk of legends. A great rebellion arose, spread throughout the land of Ugrel. While on the march through the Yeed Desert, Kuan and Eflin are suddenly attacked by the Thracian army, and die far from their homeland. Though King Manster fights valiantly while mourning the loss of his sons, he too meets a bitter end, betrayed by his allies, the Connaught army. The entire army of Thracia seizes upon this chance and assaults Leinster's castle. As Leinster's army fights bravely in the face of merciless defeat, one young knight, Finn, escapes with Prince Leif, Leinster's infant grandson. As Leif gazes up at the castle cradle in Finn's arms, can he even begin to understand the terrible sight that meets his eyes? Hey there, party people, and welcome to Fire Emblem Thracia 776. This is going to be the start of something a little bit new on this channel. I've been wanting to start a Let's Play for quite some time right now, but I've never quite found the game that I've particularly wanted to stick with. But as of recently, I've had the urge to, craving to go back and play some of the earlier games in the Fire Emblem series that I've never had the chance to play before. Mostly due to the fact that the ones I was wanting to play, Fire Emblems 4, 5 and 6, were never actually released outside of Japan, so it's kind of difficult to obtain a copy of them through normal means. So I figured I'd pick up the fan translation and, hey, share my adventures through the land of Ugrel with you lot. I have no particular idea of how well this is going to go, but I'm going to, well, I'm not necessarily going to be stealing, but I'm going to be borrowing a format from the person who got me into the Fire Emblem series, channel by the name of Lord NBZ. He used to, he did a series of Let's Plays on Fire Emblem 7 and 8, and he released them every Sunday, so I figured I'd borrow his format, try and release one chapter every Sunday or so, split into a few parts, so it's not ridiculously long. Start on that. That said, how I play through this game, I normally like to keep everyone alive, and I like to get every character, so I will be following a guide, so I'm not going into this 100% blind. Which is kind of to my favour, because this is considered to be one of the hardest Fire Emblem games, if not the hardest Fire Emblem game. That is without resorting to cheap difficulty, or just being blindly unfair. So, without further ado, let's hop into it.
Shaking off pursuits from the Grand Bell Empire, Leif fled for various cities, such as Ulster and Tara, before finally arriving at Fianna, a small village on the eastern coast of Thracia. Fianna was an independent village run by a swordswoman named Yvel, and she led a band of fighters to protect the neighboring villages from bandits. Yvel gave Leif and his comrades a warm welcome. Leif gradually grew up among other youths who resided in Fianna, and now, in the grand year 1776, have you found the prince? No, my lord. We searched the village, but the prince is nowhere to be found. You fool, we don't have much time. I know that prince is here. Round up the villagers and make them talk. We need to find him. Yes, we are already doing that, my lord, but the villagers say he isn't here. He apparently left with the Fianna militia to go save some village from a pirate attack. Fianna militia? What is that? The village was originally the headquarters of a large group of brigands. A little over a decade ago, a traveling mercenary named Yvel cleared out the bandits and took over the village. She then established a militia to protect the nearby villages from bandit attacks. Apparently she's quite skilled with her sword. She could be a problem. No worries, my lord. We have already taken Yvel's daughter hostage. We've also captured the daughter of Finn, the knight defending the prince. They'll have no choice but to give in to us now. Well, not bad for you. Good, I shall take the girls back to Manster with me. You stay here and wait for the rebels. Make sure you capture the prince when he returns. Yes, my lord. Someone, bring the girls here. What is your name, girl? Stout Mrs. Q as well. And the other one? Ah, so you're Finn's daughter. I understand your mother is a princess from Nodion. I see you haven't lost your dignity living in a place like this. Well, I've gotten some pleasant surprises to take home with me. Wiseman, I will now be returning to Manster. I trust you can handle the rest. Yes, my lord. What's happening? Something's wrong. I'll go take a look, Lady Yvel. Please wait here. Lady Yvel, the village is filled with Imperial troops. It looks like they attacked while we were gone. What? Damn those bastards. Lady Yvel, let's go. Calm down, Othin. If we went in there without planning, we'll be beaten down. Why are you so calm, Havan? Our village is being attacked. No, Havan is right. Calm yourself, Othin. Lord Leif, it looks like the Empire has sought us out. Please make your escape while we distract the Imperial troops. Finn, you take care of him. Yvel, Nana is still in that village. I can't just leave her and run. I will ensure her safety, don't worry. No, that's not it. I've decided not to run anymore. Finn, what about you? Are you going to allow Lord Leif to get himself in danger? Lord Leif is already 15 years old. He's old enough to make his own decisions. As his servant, I will respect his judgment and follow his commands. 15? Well, we did bring him when we defeated the pirates. Fine. If Finn says so, it's alright with me. Well, are we done? Let's hurry up and go kick their asses. Yes, but be careful. Although they are Imperial troops, the lower ranked ones are civilians forced into the army. If you can, don't kill them. Take their weapons and let them escape. Understood? But we can hurt them until they submit to us, right? They'll kill us if we don't. Yes, but don't overdo it, okay? Especially you, Othin. Come on, don't you trust me, Lady Yvel? Okay, let's go. Show them the Fianna militia's strength. And so, with that introduction out of the way, we are introduced to the world of Fire Emblem Thracia 776. For this first chapter, our main goal is to clear the village of all these enemies you see before us, defeat the boss, and seize the
technically it's the throne tile, but just seize control of the village back from his troops. So I don't know if people who are normally sub to me particularly know the Fire Emblem series too well, so I will try to at the very least explain some of the stuff so you aren't too out of the loop. So with this game is a turn-based it's a turn-based RPG. The main gimmick of it being that of the Fire Emblem series is that it features a permadeath system. So if any of our characters are to drop to 0 hit points and die, they are gone forever. So we have to make sure that we keep them all alive. Or at least that's what I very much try to do. I very much like to beat the Fire Emblem games without taking any casualties, which is possible, but in this game in particular it's quite difficult from what I've heard. Right, so I'll end this turn here. Alright, so what I did there was move Havan into movement range of this landsman, so I could draw him out and finish him off. Havan has a skill known as Ambush, which allows him the first strike, presuming that he is the one being attacked. Because that's why he got to attack first, whereas other characters don't have that feature. In this game there is a weapon triangle. So with swords, lances and axes. There is also one with magic, but we don't get to touch that for a good few chapters yet, so I won't bother going through that. The weapon triangle is between swords, axes and lances. Swords beat axes, axes beat lances, and lances beat swords, but swords are weak to lances, lances are weak to axes, and axes are weak to swords. This normally applies in a slight penalty or advantage in chance to hit. So, you can't particularly see, but the 5th number down is representative of the accuracy of your attacks, so I am very likely to hit, whereas he is very unlikely to hit, so hopefully that kind of explains that. Because this is a fan translation, not everything about it is perfect, so as you can see, there's a little bit of gobbledygook in the middle of the screen right there. So I believe the stats there are the level of the character, the current hit points of the character, the attack stat of each character's, the defense of each character's, the accuracy of each character's, like how likely they are to hit. The two below that, I don't particularly know. I think one of them is percent chance to crit, and one of them is their speed, so... But I'm not sure which one is which is a little unfortunate. However, despite that, I think Othin here should be able to attack this dude twice. As I thought. Alrighty, so now that I've explained the weapon triangle, I should probably explain our units for the game. We have Othin, Leif, Finn, Yvel, and Havan. I probably won't be getting too much usage out of Yvel because, unlike the rest of my characters, she is the only pre-promoted unit we have thus far. This basically means that she is essentially an EXP thief, so she will get levels at a lower rate, gain XP at a lower rate, so it's generally wise to not use them as much, and also the fact that they have a lower potential to grow into a good character, they normally start with significantly lower growth rates. So, your standard level 1 unit, like Leif and Othin over there, would normally stand to grow into much better characters. Because Leif and Othin have 40 levels to improve their stats, hopefully by getting some good growths, whereas Yvel here only has 8. That and, well, story reasons why we won't be using it also, but that's beside the point. So let's end the turn.
Dad, the battle's already started. This isn't good. Yvel's strong, but I don't know whether she can hold her own against Imperial troops. Here we go again.
Alright, so from that we have 3 new units. We have the Archer Tanya, I think he's the Warrior Dagda, and another Axeman, Marty. I won't be talking too much about Marty, because Marty is pretty hot garbage character. His, well, as you can see, he has a flat 0 in skill and speed, and he's not particularly a fantastic character. If I recall, his growth rates are absolutely abysmal, so there is essentially no point to using him, other than, say, using him as a pack mule for the first couple of chapters. Dagda, on the other hand, is another pre-promoted unit, but starts at a lower level than Yvel, so... And also we have Tanya. From what I recall, the archers in this game aren't too fantastic, so we might not be getting much use out of her, but I like archers nonetheless, so I will try to get some use out of them.
Wilson, you working hard? You better not be being a nuisance to Lady Yvel. Come on, spare me the lectures, old man. Nah, don't fix that foul mouth of yours, have we, lad? Well, anyway, this is what you came for, right? Yeah, thanks. I don't feel right unless I fight with this axe. Stupid kid. I've never heard someone forgetting his weapons to a battle. Hey, I told you I don't need the lectures. Well, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and help Lady Yvel. Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, so now Othin has obtained his Bougie Axe. This is a personal weapon, which I believe only Othin can use, and it's pretty good, but I don't believe we get access to one for a good long while, so I'm going to be trying to spare uses on it. Alright, so the Brave Lance I just used there has the Brave effect, which allows the user to essentially attack twice in place of just attacking the once. And also what you saw there was the big mechanic surrounding this game, which is the capturing mechanic. Essentially, presuming that your character has a higher build, which is the bottom skill right there, then the opposing character, they can opt to capture them instead of just straight up killing them. Whilst one of your units is holding a captured unit, or a captured enemy unit, they have lowered stats, but on the next turn I'll be allowed to trade weapons with the captured unit, basically allowing me to take them from him, and then I'll be able to release him. This is essentially our primary way of getting weapons throughout the game, since I think the shops in this game are quite expensive, so... Havan's build. No, I'm not going to be able to pick Havan up. Oh well.
Doctor, you came. Yvel, I'm glad you're safe. Still, what business does the Empire have all the way out here? Don't kid? Yes, that boy is actually the heir to the now demised Kingdom of Leinster. I was hiding him from his pursuers. I'm sorry I kept it from you. I thought it was something like that, but no matter. I don't mind as long as I can fight against the Empire.
Now everyone's in position. I didn't want Havan to be there, but oh well, what can you do? Yeah, because the archer is now going for Havan instead of Tanya, so... But he misses, and that's some free XP for Havan. First things first, we've got to get Othen back over. He's going to be a little while, so he's going to miss out on some of the action. Vulneraries are this game's healing items. In newer Fire Emblems, they only heal 10 hit points, but in this game, they will fully heal your characters, so... quite interesting. It's also probably a good revision, since the ability to fully heal is quite overpowered, but in this game it's much needed. It's quite difficult. We won't have access to a healer for a good long time, so until then we're gonna have to make do with just vulneraries. Now, I don't know the mechanic that allows units to be able to double enemy units. I'm not sure if it's just that their speed has to be 1 higher, or like in the newer games it has to be at least 5 higher, or 5 or more above the enemy unit, but from this I guess we'll see. Yeah, it's 5 higher, not just the 1 higher. Okay, I don't want Havan to, guess... I'll attack with Tanya so she can get some experience, but I have a feeling she won't end him. Oh, maybe. Pleasant surprise. Okay, I know this boy doesn't move off his house, but I don't really particularly want to move him. But I can move up to here with Havan, so I'll do just that. I'll move Yvel and Dagda into support and keep Marty at the rear. That's going to be the end of this turn. And Havan just monsters everyone. I have no idea how this boy is critting so damn much, but I do appreciate it. So, a good amount of the attacks Havan has done so far have resulted in a critical hit, which normally gives a little bonus animation and normally a special little sound effect, which you've probably heard several times already. This boy has a short lance. I won't be able to double him, but I need to give Leif some XP because he is the Lord character of this game. He is the main center of the story, if I wasn't already aware. But if Leif dies at any point during the game, it will result in a game over, and we'll have to restart the chapter again. Which, well, to be fair, normally with how I play it, if any character dies, I have to restart the chapter. But you got to make sure that the Lord character, Leif here, especially so, because he's a little bit squishy. He's not one of the greatest lords in the series, so we need to give him a little bit of extra love at the start. Unfortunately, however, this initial map isn't really too favourable for him, since all the enemies here are lance users. Let's have to capture this boy, just so I can give Havan a little bit of XP without killing the boy. What is this boy holding? No, not Havan. This one. He's holding a short sword. Did I get one for you? No, you got a javelin from that. So I doubt Marty will be able to hit, but at the very least I'll try. That would be enough, so let's see if Marty can do the job. It's unlikely considering it's Marty, but it's worth a shot, I guess. Hey. Right, I think Dagda might be able to take... yeah, he's able to take him off him. So, take that short lance off of the boy and let him go. And I'll get Finn in there to get his short lance. But I'll stick a javelin on him just so he might not get targeted, but I'm hoping... oh fuck. Didn't mean to get off the horse. Oh well. Alright, that's one thing. Whilst mounted, Finn is able to use lances, but once dismounted, he's only able to use swords. So, and in this game, in order to enter the inside areas, riders are forced to dismount. So it's a penalty, but yeah. Alright, let's move everyone up. Almost forgot poor Othin, but he's going to be a good long way behind. And yeah, I don't think anyone is likely to come out and attack us, except for that one archer, but I don't know. He comes. I'll take that free XP for Leif though, since he sorely needs it, and poor Marty's gonna be oof. Thankfully, the one thing he's got going for him is that he's a big bundle of flesh, so he's likely to take a few hits before he goes down. I don't particularly know how I want to go about doing this. I suppose at 20 I can very much use the javelin just so I can sell it in this chapter.
Havan should hopefully be able to finish the job. Hey. And there we go for our first level up of the game. And it's a hot garbage one. I normally like to, not particularly save scum, but at least when I'm grinding up levels at the arenas in this game, I like to make sure they at least get a little bit of a better level up than that, but I guess I'll take it for now, not too... I'm not too fussed about poor level ups. There's plenty more to go. Let's visit this house. Weapons are expensive, so poor folk like us can't hope to afford them. We have no choice but to capture soldiers and grab their weapons. See, I took this from an unsuspecting Imperial soldier while he was asleep. Go ahead, take it. If you don't need it, you could sell it to a shop for a decent sum. Yeah, so free iron sword. By visiting houses in this game, you can normally get some useful items. So we've already had the Puji axe and the iron sword. Iron sword isn't the greatest, but can't go wrong with a sword. So there are 3 more houses for us to visit, as well as 1 shop, which is guarded by this boy over here. With Leif, I'm gonna move Leif up here, so I can try and capture this boy. I won't be able to get him on this turn unless I maybe use the Brave Axe, Brave Lance, which should do the trick. I believe this boy is holding a vulnerary as well, so that makes it all the more worth it. Don't particularly want to burn Finn's Brave Lance this early in the game, but I could use all the help I could get in terms of equipment. And with that, everyone's turn is used up. I think for this episode I'll leave it right there, so thank you very much for watching. Next episode of Chapter 1 will be coming out later today, hopefully. So, yeah, I'll see you then.